All right, as we all try to navigate this new normal that we're dealing with, working from home with the kids, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of anxiety. We are joined this morning by Katie Kimball from Kitchen Stewardship. She is a stress mastery educator. Katie, thank you for being here this morning.
Absolutely. That title's never been more relevant.
Yes. So tell me a little bit, what does that mean? What does that title mean?
Yeah. So stress mastery, basically, when you think about stress management, people often say like, remove your stress. We can't do that. So I love stress mastery because we define stress as the gap between your demand and your capacity. So what happens between what you're being asked to do and the energy you have to bring to your day. And we can't change what we're being asked to do, but we can recharge our energy. So stress mastery is all about figuring out how to start the morning well, how to take 3 to 5 breaks during the day, and literally recharge your battery just like you would plug in your cell phone.
So it sounds like you're talking about routine, which all of our routines have been just blown up. How do we set new routines when things change every hour?
Yeah, it's great to connect them with something that you know you will do, like eating lunch, getting out of bed, taking a shower. These are things that, I mean, maybe some of them are flexible still. But if you can say, okay, every time I get out of the shower, I'm going to take 30 seconds and do some deep breaths. Okay. Research shows you don't have to do 10 minutes of meditation to recharge your battery. It can be 30 seconds. It can be 2 minutes. So we're talking about little things like moving your body. If you have to work with your kids on school, take a moment and just sit with them and have an intentional kind of little snuggle time and enjoy it instead of wishing you were somewhere else. That's the definition of discontentment, is being one place and wishing you were doing something different. So sometimes just diving in and embracing and saying, you know what, this is an opportunity and I can't be perfect all the time, but for 5 minutes, I'm going to be really present, or I'm going to go jump on the trampoline with my kids and just kind of let loose and allow that to be a way to recharge your system.
And when it comes to things changing, I'm guessing the idea of being flexible is probably a good thing to get in our heads, right?
You know, it's true. And I would say if you can have one routine, it's to maximize your first hour of the morning. Like I completely stink at routine. I don't do schedules. I'm always late. But I have learned that if I keep certain things out of my way the first hour, so the news, social media, even email, there's research that shows that what you do in the first hour trains your neurons for the rest of the day, your neural pathways. So if you're checking email, you're going to feel more reactive, even if it's like good and you're getting work done, but you won't be as creative or focused that day. If you're reading the news or social media, you're training your brain to look for the negative in that day. And so far better to start by saying to your kids, good morning, what are 3 things you are grateful for right now? And give that back to them. If you can start with gratitude instead of negativity, you're setting the scene for the whole day. And that's simple, that we can do that. Even in these times, we can handle that one.
Okay, so this might be too simplistic, and I understand if you can't do it, but if you can, give me one thing. What's the most important thing that families can do right now to reduce anxiety?
This is going to surprise you, but I think it's sleep. I think it's making sure we have time at home. There's nothing keeping you up but Netflix, and that is not the most important thing in your life. Adults and kids need sleep. That's when our memories reorganize, our cells regenerate, our immune system is boosted. Who doesn't want that right now? So really trying to keep a consistent bedtime, especially for your kids, but for adults too. Like that's something that you can be in control of. Get some sleep.
Okay, we're turning the TV off, we're putting the popcorn away, and we're getting a good 8 hours. Katie, how can people find out more if they want to get in touch with you? What's your website? Hit me up with it.
You bet. I'm at kitchenstewardship.com. I've been teaching people to stay healthy and cook at home for 11 years. So I'm ready. I am ready to show you all what to do to manage this time.
Katie Kimball, a stress mastery educator. Thank you so much for joining us today. That was super helpful.
I hope so. It's been my pleasure.